beautiful ladies. Welcome to another live vidcast with your favorite Extreme Boss babes. Today we have Latoya, Wanda, Shelby, and myself, May Renee. And we do have the pleasure today of speaking with the beautiful Keely. Make sure, hello, make sure you go follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and it's extremebossbabes.com. Hello, Keely. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. We're doing great. So, Keely, where are you located right now?
I live in Miami, Florida.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
wow.
cool.
Yes. So, you're not too far from us because, we're in Tampa, Florida right now.
Nice. Okay. Very
Yeah.
nice.
So I'm sure the weather is very hot out there.
Yes, it is.
Mm.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Humid and hot.
Yes.
And so how is the COVID-19? How is that going on out there right now? I know it got hit pretty bad down south. So how is it pinning out now?
It's actually I was earlier I was out moving around. To me, it seems like people are a little bit more lenient with how they're moving. I think probably just out of desperation of just wanting this to be over. But so far, I haven't had any issues. My son, thank God, hasn't had any issues. So we've been fine. Just moving cautiously and carefully and taking the precautions that we need to take. But people are dining in restaurants and people are out and about, and just wearing the mask and doing what we can do.
Yep, same
So
here.
the mask wearing is mandatory there, right?
The mask wearing, yes, especially in the county that I live in. I live in Broward County, which it is a law inside of stores and restaurants that we do wear the mask. I was just in Fort Lauderdale, and it is a requirement even outside now by the beach that they want masks on, which it's already hot. So yeah, it's definitely life is different than what it was last summer. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Yes.
Definitely different.
Yes. And so, just jumping right in, kind of give us, kind of give our audience a little bit of information about you. Like, I know that you are like, you're from Detroit and everything.
Yes.
So we just want to know some things about you and let the audience know about you. I know a lot of people already know, but for the ones that don't know,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Absolutely. So my name is Keely Hill, aka Keely the Boss. I am originally from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised. I attended Hampton University in Hampton, Virginia. I am a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I During the time when I was in college, I interned at Def Jam Records from 2004 until I was hired full time in 2008, and I moved to New York and was a part of the urban radio promotion department. Worked my way up the corporate ladder there with working in urban radio promotions. I'm responsible for a number of artists. One, Rihanna, Rick Ross, Big Sean, God, everybody. Justin Bieber, Rocco, um, oh God, the list, Mariah Carey, a lot of artists that I worked with over the years. And I worked there at the label until 2012. In between that time, I ended up developing my own company, which was a management and marketing company where I managed actually a couple of reality stars from season one and season two of Love and Hip Hop New York. That's kind of how I got my transition into the behind the scenes of television. Moved to Atlanta in 2012. Was solely an entrepreneur working within my business and with my clients. And from there, I ended up working with a number of independent labels and helping them build internally, where I was the general manager and also vice president of two well known independent labels. I also worked at Radio One Atlanta. And during also too, I was at Entertainment One, and I've done some work with some other music companies as well. And I ended up getting the opportunity of joining the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and I was on there for season seven. Which people saw a little bit of my character play out, not necessarily the business side that I would have wanted everyone to see too, but some of my personal life kind of played out a little bit on there. And I ended up moving to Miami last year. That was a decision that I made to kind of shift gears. Entrepreneurial goals of mine, they fit a little bit better down here for the time being. And then I'll be going to Cali is where to LA is where I'll be. Cali or Vegas is where I'll primarily be in the next year or so. So yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so I heard you say something about love and
Love
hip hop.
that. The boss.
Yes.
How was your experience with love?
My experience was to be expected, the norm. I think that with any type of reality show, television situation, you always have to expect the unexpected. It's really just how you respond to certain situations and so forth. I did not get a chance to really tap into the business side of what it is that I do within the music industry. But at the end of the day, it was a good experience. I You'll probably see me again. Don't know if it'll be on Love and Hip Hop. It might be on another show. It might be who knows. But you'll definitely see me again on television. But yeah, I had a fairly good experience despite the normal drama that happens when you're on a reality show.
Well, no matter what, we love you.
Thank you.
We love you.
I love you guys too.
Yeah, because you're a
Yeah.
true boss.
We
you
love the
know.
boss in you.
Yeah, you're a true
I
boss.
mean,
Thank
you
you.
always got so much going on, and you always making your boss moves, despite of what you're doing. You at it, girl. You're at it. I love that about you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And Keely, I know you said that you'll be primarily you're going to be moving to either LA or Vegas. So is that where your business primarily going to be at, or is it going to really be in Miami, or you're just going to be back and forth with it?
You know what I've learned is that when it comes to any type of business, any type of entrepreneur endeavor that you have, I always make myself where I'm able to commute as necessary, and my business is able to be done wherever I'm at. My company, where I work with a number of artists, I do project management, I do marketing. It's called Mind Control Freak. We have a number of independent artists that we work with, and I'm able to work from wherever. I've always had the goal of living on the West Coast. I love Cali. I've always loved Cali. I have family out there. But I know that it's kind of like baby steps. I went from New York, I did Atlanta, Miami was cool. I'm gonna be here, and I'll always have a place here in Miami, always.
Oh, cool.
But I know that transition wise, Cali is definitely the move. Vegas, I do like. I see some type of I see some entrepreneurial opportunities out there that I like to capitalize on. I make a lot of moves outside of entertainment and music. I deal with some things business wise that aren't so pretty entrepreneurial investments that people probably wouldn't think about. And that's really what's helped me also too with COVID happening. So I don't have to break in my lifestyle and I don't have to slow down. I just chose to, once I did Love and Hip Hop, I had to really figure out, did I want to continue being on television, or did I kind of want to shift gears, really dig deep into my businesses, and then say, okay, cool, I can jump back on TV and figure this out. But when you're thrown into kind of like a TV situation, I'm not a reality star. I'll tell anybody that I'm not a reality star. So my character and being on there, I'm from behind the scenes. I have a big personality and I'm, all of that. But everything that I do, I'm not your typical reality star. I'm not an Instagram entrepreneur. I'm a real entrepreneur. Hence why I'm dressed like this, because I just left.
We get it.
I just left one of my investments just now, and I had to have a meeting real quick with a contractor. That's why I look crazy.
You look amazing when you're making boss moves.
Yeah, I had to make it move.
That's right.
And also I'm like, I feel like I'm under a wire too, because with COVID happening, we don't know when we're gonna be shut back down again. And I'm like, go, 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 go. So a lot of my moves and everything that I'm doing behind the scenes and all of that, some of the investments that I did make within real estate or the marijuana industry or different industries that I did tap into, it had nothing to do with music, but that kind of is going to push me west. And music is everywhere. We used to the music industry used to primarily be in New York, and now it's really bi-coastal and more so in LA than it is in New York now. So I'll be able to do everything I need to do from the West Coast, and I'm able to do everything I need to do here. And Atlanta was, it served its purpose for me. I'll always have a business there. I have money that I make there, so I'll always be back and forth there. My mother lives there. But it was time to, move around, and geographically, I feel like, you know, this is a big world out here. I've never been set on one set place, and I'm like, I want to settle here. So I've never been like that. It's just, whatever works for me, and you know, just do what I have to do. My son, he's 5, he'll be 6 in December. A lot of the moves that I made, I was happy I made financially, because I'm able to afford him private tutors and homeschooling. So he didn't really have a break when COVID, happened, because he was already set in that type of education anyway with homeschooling. So, and that's just because we travel a lot anyway. So
That's great.
The
That's
moves you
great.
make are very amazing. You could tell. It's just the boss in you, the way you moving and everything. You could tell you right to it, Keely. I don't.
thank
I
you.
mean, I love that. I really like. I love the hustle in you. I could see you at it. You grinding.
Thank
You
you.
get into it, and I like the
Thank
fact
you.
you don't let one thing keep you, you know, glued to one place. Hey, wherever it's at, I can go there.
And that was my thing with television, because it's like, sometimes TV will hold you where you can't do too much, and I was just like, I got some other moves I need to make, like I got some other moves I need to make. So, and also like the drama aspect. I'm really a positive person. And when it comes to the way that I'm portrayed, and my character is portrayed, I want everything to be positive and uplifting. And I'm all about empowering women, and I help people. I've always been the type that I'll give my last if I have to. To somebody that, all of my interns and assistants that I've had throughout the years, I've always done what I could to put them in these, great positions. They're all thriving and doing well. So my heart, the drama aspect of being on, the show at the time, there was so much going on. I'm like, I don't really know if I want to invest into that. I think I would rather invest my time into other areas within myself to help better me. And, if the TV situation works out, then it works out, with Love and Hip Hop. If it works out with another show completely, I'm perfectly fine with that. But I knew I needed to take my focus and put it solely on building what is going to leave a legacy for my son. And like I said, I'm not an Instagram, entrepreneur. I'm not a, shout out to no shade, and shout out to the people that they capitalize off of the platform, and they do that, they make their moves that way. But I'm out here grinding for real. Like this ain't nothing pretty about how I move. And I get little to no sleep, and it's a number of, I have people that rely on me. I have a staff that I got to make sure they can feed their families and pay their bills. So I'm constantly, on the go, making sure that any one of my artists, everything is taken care of, making sure everything is going good for each and every one of my companies. Because at the end of the day, like, it's about me leaving generational wealth for my son. And TV did provide, a way for me to pop out, like, hey, it's me from behind the scenes, it's Keely that does this and that in the industry. And I would love for it to grow and become more, but on a more positive level, where it can show really who I am, and not the catty, bickering and nonsense, because that's not me at all.
We hear that a lot from a lot of you know uh, the TV stars with
Yeah.
the hip hop and all of that. We hear that a
Right.
lot, and
Yeah.
we know how it goes with that. So we
Yeah.
don't hold anyone to that or look at them any kind of way, because we know at the end of the day, you have a plot to do, and you just do what you have to do. And
It's a job. It's a job. And people think it's real. It's reality, but it's also a job. It's TV. So I'm like, there's people that really think like, oh my God, like she really is doing X, Y, and Z. And it's like, nah, like I kind of had a position to play.
Play your position and get your bag. What I
Yeah.
told you, man.
Exactly. I had to secure that bag. That was done. It's like, all right, cool. Let me move on. To the next. So,
And
yeah.
it's all inspiring. All of that is inspiring. Everything
Yes.
y'all are,
Thank you.
with all of the reality shows, I know it inspired a lot of people, and a lot of people, look up to a lot of the reality stars, and just anybody that was on, the TV shows, the reality TV shows, and things like that. And
Right.
I mean, everything you got going on definitely inspires me. I just like how you move. I just love
Thank
it.
you.
I see how you just you right on it, boy. I'll tell you, I love that, and that's what it takes in business. Yeah,
Yes.
it takes that.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
you right on it. You could tell you wear many hats, and
I do.
yeah,
I do.
yeah.
I do. And the number one hat I wear is a single mom hat. So
Right.
it's like before all of this, before I pick up the phone, the email, I'm mommy first,
That's
and
right.
that's that number one job. So it's like, it's always you're constantly moving, you're constantly on the go. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay, do you ever think that, having the child, do the baby ever get in the way of you making one of those boss moves? Are you
He's
able to
right
make?
with me.
I know that's
My
right.
baby's a baby boss, so he knows. Like,
Uh-huh.
and I tell him we have a code, business call. He knows, quiet down. Or if I'm telling him I got to do a meeting or a conference call or something, he knows. All right, let me go to my room. Even during COVID, because if I'm working from home or whatever, he knows. He has his space. I have mine. And but he knows he's kind of like an industry baby, so he understands what all of this means. He understands about, mommy's got to go to the bank or mommy has to go meet with this person or that person. I have a very strong support system with him as well. His dad, is here in Miami, so he goes to his father's house. If I have to go out of town, my mother is in Atlanta. He just came back from Atlanta, and we have a routine. I have to fly my mother here. She meets us at the airport. I take her Xavier. She gets on the plane with him. They go back to Atlanta. I get on my flight to go where I need to go.
I
He
love
also
it.
has a nanny, and it's the same situation. So I have, between the three of them with his nanny and my mother and his dad, we do it. So he understands. So I don't think it ever has gotten in the way. Has it been challenging? Yes, because I think about him before I do everything. So a lot of I think the decisions that I would have made prior to motherhood, when it comes down to a peaceful way of life and how I think, my mindset, even how I made the decision, as far as the show was concerned, I had to take a step back, for a second and just kind of figure out, what it is that I wanted to do. I think before having him, I probably wouldn't have been as mindful of the things that I was doing and saying and how I was acting or the business moves I was making behind the scenes. I probably would have just did whatever. But now being a mother, it's that extra layer of, okay, now does this make sense? Because this is going to affect him as well. But, I want other children. That's definitely something that I do want. Actually, I think I want 2 more. So yeah, like that's definitely, family is important to me. So yeah, I mean, I love being a mom. I love being a mom and an entrepreneur and all of that. I think it's great. It's just about balance. It's about mindset, and it's a lot of prayer that goes.
Yeah, and that's very inspiring because, with Extreme Boss Babes, this is like a platform that we're trying to really get out there and help a lot of new and existing business owners and kind of let them know, like you're telling them. And we love to have guests like you kind of let them know it's not easy. It's not like what y'all think is the glitz and glam. You got to work hard. You got to be able to sacrifice, because I can only imagine.
It's so important. It's so much sacrifice that goes into it. It's a lot, and you can't be hard on yourself either. You have to be realistic. I'm one person. And sometimes it does get overwhelming. There are days that I'm just like, okay, I need to, let me spend some time with him. Let me make sure I'm doing this and that, and you have to really carve out enough time so that your child doesn't feel slighted or they don't feel like they're not involved. I think that a lot of times you get so caught up in, the money, the money, the money, the money. Sometimes entrepreneurs can forget they have a family or they have a wife or a husband or children. But that all comes with balance. I make time for everything, just like I make time for my child. I make time to meditate, to pray, to journal. That has helped me because, and I do that daily. And when I don't do it, I don't feel like I'm balanced. I feel off. If I don't take that time to read, I read a lot. I read, I mean, a lot for somebody who has a list this long that they have to accomplish. I'm constantly educating myself when it comes down to my mind and understanding, what's going on and visualization and manifestation and really getting into myself. That has helped me. Meditation has helped me. And I'm praying, I'm praying constantly throughout the day. I feel like anything in life that you want, you can obtain just by your thoughts. Your thoughts are powerful. So what you believe and what you're thinking in your mind is what is going to happen. If you're constantly thinking lack or not having or not being successful, you're going to fail. You're not going to have, and you're going to end up, having that short end of the stick. But if you're constantly thinking abundance and wealth and success, that's what you're going to have. So that's all helped me as far as being able to balance that with being a mom and being an entrepreneur, being considered a public figure, having been on TV and an executive, and I'm wearing all of these different hats. And it's all in how you balance your life out, honestly. Yeah.
Wow. And as she was saying, what we have here, of course, this is the Screen Boss Babes, and just to kind of give you some information about what we do, we help like the new and existing business owners, just kind of level up, boss up. So when we bring on people like you, it's always wonderful that they hear your story because there's a lot of people out there in fear. They don't know even they're like frightened to even just move past doing something. They want to do it, have great thoughts. Some of them even write out plans, but just have that fear like, what if I lose?
Listen, I have lost. I think that concrete, hitting that pavement, hitting that concrete, the times that I took those L's, and I don't consider anything a loss. I always consider it a lesson. So I won't say that I've lost. I've learned. So with me, like, but I've hit that concrete before. Like I've hit that rock bottom will teach you something that mountaintops will never teach you. I have made mistakes. I'm always learning. I'm a constant learner. So, and I've had more than one business. I've owned a hair extension company. I have real estate. I have a whole lot of different things that people are gonna be like, she does that. Yeah, I do. But I've also made mistakes along the way. Those different mistakes or lessons or however you want to define them, that is what helped shape me into who I am today. My Where I was, I would say a year ago, before I actually moved down here to Miami, I was on the fence about, do I really want to continue with taking on my clients and having all these things going on, or do I just want to fully focus on my brand and being on television and putting the storylines together and like all the stuff that I need to do in order for Love and Hip Hop. And I prayed and I said, I asked God, I'm like, whatever it is that you want me to do, guide me in that direction. I literally came to Miami and I was like, I'm not really sure how I want to do this. Like, do I want to just jump full force, taking clients again, going through this, like rebuilding a brand, my company again? What do I want to do? Because I put a lot of stuff on pause when I was filming. And as soon as I stopped praying, I went upstairs and I got a phone call from a producer that I know, and he had a client that only wanted to work with me. He had a label. He wanted me to help him with the artist. And I was like, all right, God worked fast on that one. That was about 10 minutes because I went upstairs. And from there, I was like, all right, I'm going to go full force and go ahead and restructure my company. And it's been one thing after another. And the clients have been coming in. And I haven't, my business has actually doubled since COVID, which is crazy because now artists are relying on, my company, where I'm providing the digital side, I'm providing the marketing strategies, I'm providing the social media strategies. So they're relying on me or my company because they can't move around like they used to. They can't jump on tours. They can't do what they normally are gonna, would have been able to do if COVID wouldn't have hit. So it's been a blessing that I'm able to do all the things that I'm able to do. And also, really still be able to say, all right, this is going great. I'm doing this. And all right, I think I'm going to do what I need to do. Let me go back and jump on TV real quick. Like I wanted to be able to do both comfortably. And now I can.
Wow. I know there's a lot of young artists out there, and we try to always like play their music on our scene as well. And I mean, sound really well. A lot of upcoming artists, and they go hard, and they don't even know where, what direction to go. And they even reach out here just to try to, get a sense of direction. So
Right.
just hearing you, I have actually learned something from you. And what would you say to some of these new artists that want to kind of get their music out there, their music heard, and become the next um, hot, hot and popping artist?
I would tell them to, first of all, your team has a lot to do with your success. Make sure whoever you have managing you, guiding you, whatever you want to call it, your team has to be solid. It starts there. You also have to make the decision that you're going to be focused on this, that you're dedicated 100%, and that you're going to give this your all. Once you do that, make a plan of what your goals are. Be realistic with your goals. And also, it's about content. Right now in 2020, June of 2020, I have to look and see what month we're in. It's about content. Everything online, what you're putting out on social media, on YouTube, and the records that you're putting out on all of the music streaming platforms, that is what is going to introduce you to the world. The days of us moving around and touring and going to clubs and all of that, it's short lived right now. We can't really do what we used to do. So quality content, meaning your videos, you don't have to work with a super expensive video producer to get quality content. Giving your listeners or viewers a chance to connect with you as a person and who you are. So if you want to show a little bit of your life, like going into the studio or what your writing process is like, or take them to your hometown, little videos like that for YouTube, or just little 1 minute videos of that on Instagram, that helps. Giving people something to follow is what's going to help keep listeners engaged with you. Um, right now, that's the best thing to do. Strategy, digital strategy and digital marketing is key right now, and I can't stress that enough. But in order to do all of that, your team has to be solid. You have to be focused, and you have to have good quality music to put out and strategically dropping it so people are paying attention. Because some people think that it's about the quantity, how many records you drop. It's about the quality. So that's what matters. So that would be my advice to any artist. Make sure that you are putting out quality content and that you're actually giving listeners, fans, followers a chance to connect with you as a person. Because right now, that's what's going to draw them into you. Seeing your daily routines, seeing what you're doing in the studio, what is your process like as an artist creatively, and that's going to help keep them tuned in to see what else is going on. That's going to keep them constantly engaging with you, and that's what's important right now. with what we're experiencing with COVID and how this industry is now getting ready to change drastically more than what it's already changed. We're just seeing the very beginning of it. So you have to be able to roll with it. It's just about being able to pivot and keep it moving.
Wow, I agree with that. And how and if you don't mind, how could you? I mean, what is? Just let us know what are your your social media name. What we can if we want to go and follow you on social media like we are going to do.
Yes. So my Instagram, my Twitter, everything is Keely the Boss. KeelyTheBoss. You can follow me there. I actually will be launching a blog very soon in like the next 2 weeks, actually. So a lot of a lot of the content that'll be coming out and what we're speaking about today, there will be a section on my blog, which will be KeelyTheBoss.com, and people will be able to come on. Artists can come on. There will be a music tab, so new artists. I will be debuting new artists and reviewing new artists, music or whatever have you. Also, regular veteran artists as well. But the blog was kind of that's been my baby that I've been secretly kind of working on. And I didn't want to launch it too early. I wanted to launch it right when it made sense to launch, just because a lot of people that have been on TV, we have a bad reputation as reality stars or television personalities to do businesses or start things and they don't finish them all the way through. And if I wasn't able to really develop it the way I wanted and have the staff of writers that I wanted, I have a great staff of writers now, and two editors actually. So it will be a regular website just about the culture, a lifestyle blog where you'll be able to look at, things on music, on lifestyle, on health, on finance, whatever.
We would love to be on your blog. We would love to be in that blog. We would love to be on your blog.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And so people will be able to, connect with me on there as well. But all of my platforms, social media wise, everything is Keely the Boss. And, yeah.
Or you just don't forget, we will be, whatever it takes, you just let me know through
Absolutely.
Xtreme Boss Babes. Okay,
Yes,
that's who we
absolutely.
are,
We will
and
be connecting on that
right,
for sure.
absolutely.
I
And same
love what
here.
you all are doing.
Thank you so much. Same here. And whatever product, whatever you got going on, we will continue to follow you, and we will be, talking about you like crazy because I love everything you're doing. I mean, that's what
Thank
we do. We
you.
boss up, and we love other people that boss up like yourself. So,
Thank you. And that's
yes.
actually the name of one of my companies is Bossed Up Enterprise.
Ah,
So,
oh,
So
wow.
Enterprise LLC.
Man,
yes.
you just put chills in my body with everything you're saying because, sometimes when people touch you, with all the realness, it's just like really, really make you feel some type of way in a way like God. I mean, she's saying the things that really touch me. Like,
Thank you.
oh man, Keely, like you just really, really got everything that I can give for you. I really
Thank
like everything
you.
you said today. I really do. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I'm so
Yeah.
happy that you all had me. I'm just excited
Yeah.
to be here, and I look forward to coming back.
Oh yes.
And speaking to you all more. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And we know you're busy, but and it's okay. It's okay, Keely. Even if you have to, change the time up, just like, hey,
I
boss
was not
babes.
camping. I said I know I'm gonna look a mess.
It's
but we
okay.
gonna get
It's
it on.
okay.
It's okay.
Y'all
We
have
just
to get the real
you-
deal Keely on the
That's what we
Sunday.
want.
That's what we
right.
want.
Absolutely.
That's what we
it's
want.
all positive vibes here. So we don't look
Thank
at that.
you.
We just
We focus on the
your
grind.
message is way like deeper than what we, all of the other things that people look for. People don't realize, it ain't about the looks, it's about, what people say and what they're believing in and things like that. You're very inspiring.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So Keely, really quick before we wrap it up, we usually ask all of our guests to share one word or phrase or their boss up motto with our viewers who are watching. So if there is one word or phrase that you can share with our audience, what would it be? Something that you
Resilience.
go by.
Resilience.
Resilience. Period.
Resilience.
And
it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah.
Right, I love it.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And resilience, the ability to be able to bounce back after adversity.
Yeah.
And just
that matters.
Yeah, it does. And now I love what you said about you know, you never say loss. You always call it a lesson learned. I love how you put that. Can you say that one more time? I need to go home and sleep on that tonight.
We don't take losses.
We don't take losses.
We have lessons. So we don't take losses. No such thing as a loss. It's a lesson.
No such thing as a loss. It's a lesson. I love that, Keely. Yes. I mean, that's sticking with me. All right, I love it. I love that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep that as one of our boss up mottos.
Yeah, and we're gonna use it.
Yeah,
like Keely said.
Yeah, Keely.
Yeah, in my Keely voice. Yeah, that's right. So you'll be seeing me saying in my Keely voice, I don't take no losses. It's a lesson. Yes. I'm gonna I'm definitely gonna be saying that a lot. That's why I had to hear it again.
Yes. Yeah, Keely, so you'll see us be following you on our personal page and also Xtreme.
I'll be following you guys back too.
It's Xtreme Boss Babes. Yeah, with an X. Xtreme with an X.
Got you. I will be following you all back.
Okay, and don't forget, I'm Wanda Barton. This is Latoya.
May Renee.
And I'm Shelby.
So, and
I'm Keely the Boss.
Yes, and we're Xtreme Boss Babes. So it ain't nothing but bosses all through here. Nothing but bosses.
This is a boss party right now.
That's right. That's right, Keely. Okay, well, we're going to let you go ahead and get back to what you got to do because I know, you got to get on back to your hustle, girl.
But thank you.
I'm on the move. But it was so nice speaking to you ladies. Thank you all for having me.
Yes.
You all follow me at Keely the Boss.
Yes.
And I look forward to us doing this again soon.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Well, I tag you on my page, Phenomenal Braider. So you will see it.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank
and I'll be
you,
talking
Keely.
to you all again soon.
Okay,
All right,
bye.
have a good one.
Thank you.